All right, recording has started, and this is the July 11th Rook Community Meeting. So we are going to get started with our milestone checkups, especially as we are closing in on the 1.12 release quite soon. So as far as I know, there's nothing for 1.10. There was not a .14 patch release that was planned. The project board is empty, so I'm going to skip right on over that unless someone interrupts me. We did do a patch release for 1.11. So we did the .9 release on June 29th, which was after the last community meeting. So let's pop in there real quick and see if there's anything to call out. I believe, Blaine, that you ran that release. So do you want to give us a quick overview of anything that was important in the .9 release?
I don't think there is anything extremely important here. It was just like some minor bug fixes.
All right, sounds good. So then we will go ahead and skip past that. Let's look at the project board here to see if there's any need for an upcoming 1.10. We don't have anything identified as blocking. There is a couple of things that are being reviewed and something in progress as well. Blaine, do you have an opinion or an update about if we need to do another 1.11 patch release?
I don't think there's any real need to do a patch release, at least not like in the next week or two. I mean, if that changes, we'll do one, obviously, but yeah, it's just not a whole lot. A lot of most of the focus has been on the 1.12 moving forward. So probably 1.11 will move into like a bug only phase fairly soon.
Okay, cool. That sounds good. Let me just take a quickie look here just to see if there's anything on the top here that was calling out. Okay. All right. Sounds good. Then let's go ahead and catch up on 1.12 since that's the most important thing going on right now. So 1.12 is about a week away or so. So before Travis left, he cut the 1.12 release branch and got the beta, the kind of the release candidate out and ready for testing here. So let's take a look first at the project board to see what's still lingering there, and then we'll talk about the release candidate of that beta build and what we can do to start testing that.
Yeah, the only thing really major blocking the release is something we really do want to try to get into 1.12, which is the cozy, like the initial alpha of the cozy driver. Currently, our plans are for that initial alpha to be pretty bare bones, just a like default cozy driver deployment, and then to enhance the capabilities there from then on. I think both Travis and I and Jiffin working on this PR have had various like short vacations, or I mean, Travis has a longer one now. So it's been moving a little bit slower than ideal, but Jiffin is back online this week and probably will have things finished, I think.
And Blaine, is there a better PR to have linked to this issue? Because it looks like the design doc is the only link to PR here, which was already merged. Is there outstanding code work? If we could be kind of attach that to this issue so it's easy to find, that would be super useful too.
Is the deploy cozy driver not? Let me get a link there.
Sounds good. And then so it sounds like then that we've got this identified as blocking release. It's not merged yet, and we've had a bit of slowdown with folks going on vacation, etc. So then do we have some confidence then with Jiffin back and from vacation as well, that is there like kind of a finite number of things left to like the finish lines in sight there, or are there kind of outstanding blocking issues on the review that we're concerned about, or how do you feel about that?
There are some outstanding issues, but I know Jiffin is working on those. Like those are from last week, and Jiffin has been working on it since then. So we're kind of just waiting on that update. And me see the cozy driver. Is this
Looks like 12,415. Parth put that into the Zoom chat. So this is the PR here.
yes, and I just added it to the to the meeting notes. But yeah, if you project board, or I can add that project board as well. I have like a link here.
And I think a simple way to link them would be, updating the PR here so that it's, references the issue 7843. I think it hopefully should be all
Oh, okay.
automatically linked up then. Yeah, this was looked like this was left blank and then with the PR was updated. Well, a few things
Gotcha.
were left blank, actually. All right, so yeah, so I think this seems so with like the support for Ceph Reef that was closed recently, and then the recovery sort of procedure for when we lose a node was also merged too since the last community meeting. Those two big features were sort of of those were included in the three features that we had identified as blocking the release. So the cozy driver is the last one that's left here. So I think this then is probably the biggest area of concern for us to button up and get completed as we're kind of marching towards the release state. Yeah, go ahead,
Yeah.
Ben.
I see Javier's in the meeting, but I guess just like the brief introduction. So we heard like 10 minutes ago that there are still some reef updates needed on the Ceph side, as far as like official builds that we're waiting on. So we have unofficial builds of reef, but there's still like a little bit of work. I don't think that has to be blocking, but it's definitely work that we want to do as soon as reef has an official build available. And it occurs to me that we also need to make sure that upgrade documentation is updated for 1.12.
All right, thanks for calling out all that stuff, Blaine. Do you feel like all of these have owners and they've got folks following up on them, or do you feel like there's anything that's kind of up in the air and not getting the attention it needs?
Javier is definitely tracking the reef updates. I will set about the upgrade documentation today. Make sure that if someone's not owning it, that I grab that and update that. I'm usually the one who updates that. So please.
All right.
And make a to-do item for myself right now to fill in some more.
It sounds like you're kind of going in and going out a bit there with the audio, Blaine. I don't know if that was just me or if because my headphones are less than $30 as we identified already.
A little bit, I guess, as well.
Yeah, I will follow up and make sure that there's an owner for that, which
Okay,
probably
great.
will be myself. Also, I just got a notification my headphones are running low on battery, so that might have been me.
All right. So yeah, so we've got a few things here to wrap up. And then Blaine, thank you for your attention to all these, making sure there's owners and stuff like that. So that sounds good. And hopefully we'll still remain on track to wrap those up and get to the release next week around the 17th, 18th timeframe, which is like, Monday, Tuesday. If anything comes up though, or we're expecting a delay, then we can communicate it about it all on the storage owners or maintainers channel, and make sure that we're keeping everything working towards the finish line. Any other thoughts on 1.12 besides everything that we've identified here? Anything else folks want to bring up there? We've got, I think Travis also did a draft of the blog before he left. So if folks wanted to review that, there is a link here in the agenda doc also, so you can check that out. So with Travis out for the next couple weeks here, was there any expectation about him like helping out with the release or doing anything while he's out, or he's like lights out, no Travis, we're running everything here into the finish line with the folks that are here?
Travis is online on the 17th and 18th, where
he
we're
is. Okay.
yeah, where we're targeting the release. Yeah, it's possible that will push out a little bit, in which case, like the last release, that the 1.11.10 release, I also went through the release process and did all of that. So I think I can do the 1.12 release if that's something I need to do. I probably would need some help from you, Jared, to update the some of the SEO stuff, like delisting the 1.11 from Google search results.
Oh yeah, sure. Yep. Happy to help out with anything that you need, like another pair of eyes on or approvals or whatever.
I think I can help with that as well. I think I was added to the search console from Google as well.
Oh, cool.
I'll double check in a second. So, but I think I have access to that as well.
Okay, great. That's good to know, just in case it becomes necessary.
Sounds good. All right. Yes. And then, so with this list here, yeah, and as you mentioned, Blaine, like if there's anything that's kind of getting, that's not converging, then, as we typically do, a quality driven release will be the most important thing. And we can push it a couple days if we need to. Let's make sure we put out a good build.
Definitely.
All right, so then that's everything for the releases and the milestones. We talked about the V1.12 big features already in the context of 1.12, so I think we can go ahead and skip that. There's an update for KubeCon North America, at least, that I think the final speaker was added that I don't know if we've submitted already, but Travis, Blaine, Annette, and then also Dimitri Muchin was added as a speaker there, which was really cool to see his name, by the way, because he was really early adopter of Rook way back in the day, and he might have even actually been the original issue opener, I think, maybe of that's the PR.
Oh, you're
is that right or
you're
no?
going way back. You're going way back here right now.
2018, exactly. So Dimitri being involved here and participating in the talk, and that's really cool to see that. I was actually really excited to see Dimitri's name come up. So that's everything there. I don't think we are submitting anything for China. I didn't hear any interest or follow up on that one, so I don't think that's happening. But either way, the deadline's coming up soon. I think it's Friday or maybe Saturday, but this week, if we have not already submitted, then let's get that in there.
All that sounds correct to me as well.
Sweet, Blaine. And then Blaine, you have an agenda item here. You want to take it away?
Yeah, I guess this is an open question. The container object storage interface project has need of some help building images with the correct version tags. Currently, they're only able to build images with GitHub hashes. So some of the challenge here has been just not quite understanding the Kubernetes project tooling needed, because all of those images are hosted for the Kubernetes project and they're not done with like GitHub Actions. So if anyone has experience with that, that would be really valuable, like some desired help.
So
And
are you talking about basically setting up GitHub Actions for the Cozy project, as I understand it right now, right?
if it were just GitHub Actions, that would be something that I think would be done already. It has to use the Kubernetes like container build tooling in order for those container builds to make it
Yeah, okay.
into those repositories.
Sorry, no experience with that yet.
Yeah, I had hopes of being able to help out with that, but have also been kind of swamped, and the best I've been able to do is start poking around and see if anyone has experience. So yeah, if you know someone or know someone who knows someone who might be able to do a little bit of help, then reach out to me on Slack would be a good place. And I'm pretty sure that link there is the right repo to actually look into to do the work.
Yeah, I think this repo here. Yeah, and I don't know off the top of my head anybody specifically it's there, but I don't know exactly what to look for, but am hopeful that there would be another example that's already done this and has the right build configuration set up. So I wonder if there's anything to be done in GitHub search that would be able to find I don't know what the search term would be, but I have definitely had success like searching across all of GitHub for usage of a certain library or something like that. And being able to find good examples of it. So I don't know what to search for, but that could perhaps be fruitful if you know what to search for. Maybe you don't.
Yeah, I don't offhand. The next Cozy stand-up meeting is this week, so I can also see if there's any additional information that can be gleaned from the couple of people who regularly attend there.
Is Blaine, would this be blocking the Cozy adoption in 1.12 that we were tracking here? Does this block that at all, or unrelated?
It doesn't really block it because they do have container builds. They're just not they're not like released by version number. It's by GitHub hash. So
okay,
there's
it's not
like
Simber.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay.
At least it's very specific. For production, that's wonderful. It's very specific.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Okay, it's just
cool,
hard
cool,
for
cool.
humans to understand.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, hopefully we can get that figured out though. And if anything, I do come across an answer for this, I'll definitely let you know too, Blaine.
Okay. Yeah, I appreciate that.
All right, so that's everything that was on the agenda here. Not a super big agenda. Anything else that folks wanted to bring up or make sure that we talk about today? And I'll check the chat now too, if there's anything there. Nope, nothing in the chat. All right. So then if there isn't any other agenda items that folks want to bring up, then we can go ahead and get back to it. And with the major focus the rest of the week here on wrapping up 1.12. And if anybody gets blocked on anything, reach out and maintainers or storage owners channel, whatever, and we'll try to get everybody sorted out so we can get to a successful release for next week. All right. Good to see everybody. Take care.
All right. Bye. Thanks.
See ya.
Bye.